Hey guys, it is RJ with Variant, and we are back with season 3 of Action Figure Fridays. And as always, with me is the lovely and talented Charlie Rocket Cosplay.
Hit me!
Hit her! So we are back. We have got some awesome stuff lined up for you guys to check out. We are going to start this season off right with some good old fashioned Star Wars Black Series. Star Wars. So, Charlie Rocket, why don't you kick this off?
And what better way to start than with Lando? Just kidding. That's probably the worst way to start ever.
What's with the Lando?
The traitor.
I mean,
this is original Lando, okay? So it is, he's not great. He's not ideal.
It's not Donald Glover Lando.
Right. That's the only one I accept. So
I mean,
helmet right now. Cool. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so it's got the wonderful Lando face right there. Rah. It's beautiful. It looked just like him. It's even got a little tiny mustache that's like really thin and some extra like permed hair.
And some Colt 45.
Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see. He moves from the waist. He has some rock out action there going on. He's very limber. He's very limber. It's easy to move all these little limbs and these toes. Bam, bam, bam. But his little, let's see here, this thing, his little like loinclothy thing is very flexible and movable, but it doesn't move from his waist, so that's good, because I hate when they like pop up and then you're trying to push them down so that they stay in place.
Yeah.
Also, his little shoulder armor is a little bit movable, but it doesn't move out of place, but that means his arms can move okay without this thing getting in the way, but also it doesn't move though.
What are those called? Pauldrons?
Yeah, what is this?
Isn't that what they always call them? The cosplayers are like, I have to make some pauldrons.
Let me tell you how I don't do anything like that in cosplay. But he also comes with his awesome helmet. Bam, bam.
With his skiff guard. Did you notice in Solo that they were wearing this? Like, this was like just a cosplay that they had in the Millennium Falcon that they just like hang out.
Like, that's my chill clothes, guys.
Yeah, that's
you
like
didn't know?
My skiff guard disguise. Just
it fits on really nicely, where you can see his face still really well, and it's got a lot of detail on there, like each individual little tooth on there,
but not so well that you can't understand that it's Rando Calrissian. Okay, so this always got me in Return of the Jedi.
Still know it's him.
This always got me in Return of the Jedi. Lando shows up with Chewbacca. Okay, he gives Chewbacca to Princess Leia. Princess Leia is in disguise as the bounty hunter.
Yes.
Lando goes and gets a job for Jabba. Now, Boba Fett, who is, the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy, doesn't recognize Lando. Like, he literally just helped Darth Vader take down Lando's entire city.
Let me tell you.
Like, I don't understand.
Boba Fett is super overrated.
Everyone's
like, he's the greatest bounty hunter.
No, he died.
In the land. He died in 2 seconds.
He died in a bad.
And all he did was
Three
like
Stooges.
trip. Yeah,
it was like a Three Stooges bit.
Whoa!
It was like the Curly turned around with the ladder in his arm and he fucking knocked.
And he was like, ah!
Yeah.
And then dead. And
he got digested for 1,000 years. Isn't that what the thing does? It's supposed to.
That sounds horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? He also didn't recognize Lando. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, he clearly was
a failure.
Trash.
Everyone says, like, oh, but he stood up to, like, Vader. And I was like, not for long.
Not really. He didn't really stand up to Vader.
Yeah, he said, like, one
Like, Vader was like, no disintegrations, because he clearly had disintegrated somebody before.
And there's like a ton of people who stand up to Vader.
And he's
just
like,
normally die.
he's no use to me dead. And that was all he said to Vader.
Right.
Right?
That was it.
Shrug.
He's also got this here weapon. Bam!
Pow.
Man, what is this?
It's his skiff thing.
It's like a spear with a knife on it.
Yeah, it's like a knife spear.
But like
shoots,
the
I'm sure
spear
it shoots lasers.
is so long, it's longer than the knife. So like, will the knife even cut you?
Maybe.
You'd have to like hack them. It's got to be like an axe.
Yeah, he's like.
You can't just like
a vibro
jab.
axe or something.
You can't like
Isn't that a
jab
thing?
them.
I don't know.
I have no clue. But whatever, it fits right in his hand really well. It's awesome. I'm here for this Lando, but not that much because I still don't like him.
Shrug. Not everybody likes Lando.
Do people like him?
I like Lando. I always thought he was cool.
Okay.
I was like, this guy's kind of a pimp. He's like, you know, and then after when they did the Solo movie and like they go into the ship and he's got like that whole wall of capes.
Okay,
I was like,
he was cool in that movie though.
That's pretty badass.
That's my thing. Like he was cool in that movie. I was like, these capes are kind of fly.
Yeah, like
I'm here for it. I love it.
All about some capes. All about
like,
that cape. About that cape.
A little shiesty, but he was real smooth. I was here for it.
All right. So I picked up this week. This dude. Speaking of bounty hunters, here is Forlom or 4LOM. I don't know how you would actually say that.
Who knows?
But this is one of the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back that was just standing on the bridge, and they were all like, "Look at all the bounty hunters that they hired to get Han Solo." He's pretty cool. Like I kind of think it's cool in Star Wars where they have droids as assassins and bounty hunters, because droids aren't like supposed to be like really. They don't really have like a personality.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be robots.
Yeah.
But these guys are like, yo, we're gonna go make some money and kill some people for that money, and we're just droids. Like, but this is Forlom. Let me get him in focus there. And if you know anything about the vintage Star Wars figures, Forlom actually came out early, or this guy came out early, and they accidentally changed the name on it. So they changed this guy, and so for years everybody was calling this guy Zuckuss. This guy's not Zuckuss, he's Forlom, because Forlom is a robot name. But for years I always thought he was Zuckuss, and I had like the little vintage figure of him. He comes with this really cool assault rifle, which I think I just saw one of these. So yeah, I found this earlier when I was cleaning up. So it's pretty much the same rifle. I don't remember who this goes to. Maybe the other robot bounty hunter, IG-88. I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, he's got some cool robot arms that just kind of like go left and right. They don't open up because he's got like this little robot arm connector thing. He doesn't have, well, he's got a little bit of rock out action, not a lot. So he can do the robot.
His body just looks like C-3PO.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a black C-3PO. With an Ant-Man head, exactly. So yeah, let's keep going here. So it's pretty detailed. It's got some, he's got some battle damage on his chest there. It looks like he got some human blood on him when he was hunting somebody. There's a cool Star Wars comic that's out. It's called Dr. Aphra, and it's like an extended universe character that they made. And she has like an R2-D2 and a C-3PO, but they're like homicidal maniacs. They're like insane, and I want like a figure of those guys.
Oh
like,
my god!
I think they made some, but I don't think that they're this size. I think that they're the smaller figure size, which we don't collect because they're garbage. Man, but yeah, Forlom. He's like I said, he's got some pretty cool, like wear and tear detail on him. He's got some human blood on him, and it's a great addition to your bounty hunter collection. So you can have, that scene where there's just a bunch of bounty hunters standing there, and it's kind of loaded though. You think like all these bounty hunters are standing there, and the only one that they call was Boba Fett.
Like,
well, wait, didn't Boba Fett like tricked them, didn't he? Like he hung out with like the garbage that they ejected.
Yeah.
And then he followed the Millennium Falcon. I wonder how he knew to do that. Like,
because he's the greatest.
Like maybe he's not the most notorious
was.
bounty hunter. Maybe he's just the cheapest bounty hunter.
Right. He's
And Darth Vader was like, "Yo, let's save some money and just tell Boba Fett where to get them."
Right.
I think that's what happened.
We'll get something done.
Forlom.
Forlom. Next is my favorite, L3.
Also from the Solo movie.
3. Yes, she was my favorite character on that movie.
It was kind of like a weird Lando L3 love affair going on, right?
It was so interesting.
Like he was like,
she kept talking about how he was in love with her.
Speaking of like droids with emotions.
And like old girl didn't believe her, but then at the end, like I was like, oh, maybe he might love her. But she's definitely the activist robot we all needed in our life. Bam! Her head looks like a Roomba.
You know, it might actually be a Roomba. You know, when
DJ
they design
Roomba.
these things,
right.
like in the 70s, they would just like take stuff and put them together and
right.
make all these ships and robots out of whatever they just had laying around. So
right. Interesting. It is a Roomba, definitely. But let's see here. Her head moves separate from the neck, kind of. A little bit. It can
like it swivels.
Do a little, like, okay, it swivels like this, but then it also kind of goes up and down just slightly. What do robots need range of vision for? And yeah, her little limbs don't really move that much, but I mean, neither did she in the movie. So accurate. They just go this far. Oh, there it is. Ugh, very difficult. I mean, it feels like I'm gonna break it.
You think you need like some more mobility with her leading like an entire robot revolution,
right? But she did just walk like this, like the whole time. Ugh, it feels like I'm gonna break it every time I move them. So I'm not.
She's one of those
Rockettes, jazzercise
Rockettes.
She's got a lot of individual little cord things in here.
Did you break it?
No.
Liar.
She's got like a ton of little cords in there. Ooh.
It looks like there's hinges on her leg. Did they not bend at the
outward?
knee?
Oh, no, at the knee?
Oh, they do. Okay. Because I was like, I know I see that looks like a peg that would.
I'm so scared. I feel like she's gonna break every 2 seconds. Every time I move it, it's not a fluid movement at all. And all of these little individual cords she has all over her, on her leg, back here, in her stomach.
How does that
like
figure?
All of them are movable. They're not like hard or like in place. So like I'm touching them, but then one of them like did pop loose.
How does that figure even stand? Like the feet seem like
look,
you couldn't.
It's not feet. It's like
it's like anti-feet. It's like the reverse of feet. Like
cause you can point.
You can point the toes. She's like jazzercise.
Disgusting. And they're also connected to little cords in there. How strange.
A lot of detail, but
yeah, a whole lot of what is this? Yeah, like there's a lot going on, but also nothing going on. But I love it. Like she's got a ton of little tiny details. But I'm scared. I'm scared to touch it. I feel like she's gonna fall apart at any moment. Torso doesn't move that much either.
I think we've talked about that before, but like that's one of the things I love about Star Wars is it doesn't matter how much screen time. Like you could be in half the movie, or you could be in like one scene. They will make an action figure of that person. Like there's the ice cream man guy from Empire Strikes Back. There's a guy running with like an ice cream maker. And he literally runs by, and they made an action figure of him. Like ice cream maker guy.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know if she... Oh!
No. Not for long.
I don't even know how you would get her to stand. I mean, I guess it's flat, but if you made her a tripod? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But she's cool.
Cool. All right. I have got another bounty hunter. This is the actual Zuckuss. Zuckuss from the vintage line was a mail away, which is why the figure wasn't ready for production. They put the wrong name on him, and then they sent him out later. Like you had to mail in like 3 UPC symbols to get him. And I had him because he was pretty cool. And that was one of the other things that was always cool about him was he came with like a big long leather jacket. Like there's not a lot of the old Star Wars figures back then that had like cool accessories like that. But here is Zuckuss. I gotta get this camera thing right. He is also a weird. I'm kind of. All right, so remember in Attack of the Clones? It was one of the first. Yeah, I think it was Attack of the Clones. So all the droids, right, were made by the bug people.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And they kind of looked like the bug people. And now we have Zuckuss and Forlom, and they're kind of similar. Like they have the same kind of heads. Maybe like Zuckuss's people had. Maybe they make robots in the Star Wars universe to look like the aliens that buy them.
Oh.
You know? Like,
I mean, you might be
like
more likely to buy them if they look like
yeah,
that.
like they buy them because, oh, they have a head like me, so I'm going to...
Representation matters,
yes,
guys.
I guess so. Anyway, just a weird observation. Anyway, so Zuckuss here has like I said, a leather jacket. It's not real leather, it's pleather. It doesn't look like it comes off, but it could if we take all of this gear off, which I'm not going to do. He's got some hoses. One of them goes up under his head. I don't know, like if we can focus that or not. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Goes up under his head. And he's got some bug eyes. He might even be related to those bug people from Geonosis or whatever.
Cousin.
Yeah, maybe, or like just a really fat bug person. I don't know. But he's got he's definitely got like some weird, like, mouth robot thing going on. Like, what is that? What's the thing you put on your neck? Like when you have like throat cancer? It's like,
I was about to do
maybe
it.
that's like for the robots. Like, I don't know. Or for aliens, that's like a thing. I don't know. Shrug. He's got some more hoses that go around his back and go into the back of his little harness thing there. He's got a cool gun that's pretty accurate to the old vintage line. I'm pretty sure it's more accurate to the movie now, because back then they just made a bunch of stuff. But he always had like a weird gun. You could always tell his gun because it had like that little ridge thing there. He doesn't have rock out action, but he can rock out at the hips. Like he's hip grinding or something.
Pelvic thrusts.
Yes, pelvic thrusts. Let's see what he's got. He looks just like he's got some like basic pants on and some boots. I mean, this could be like an Anakin figure underneath it. I don't know.
Tight, it's cool pants.
But I dig this figure. Like I dig it because it's got some cool accessories that you don't see with like some of the other figures. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Look, you can actually see his arm is like all alien armed, which if I remember correctly, like the vintage guy, when you took his jacket off, he just had like a blouse underneath, like a weird blouse shirt.
Yeah.
But this is cool. I don't know what kind of alien this guy is. Like he's something. He's a Zuckuss, a Zuckerberg. Yeah, let's go with that. Zucker. He's I don't know. But anyway, he's pretty cool, and he will also fill out your bounty hunter collection. So they can just stand there and wait for Boba Fett to take their money, because that's what happens. So,
yep.
Zuckuss, Forlom.
Whole blast. All right, next we have Supreme Leader Snoke.
Yeah, this one I got at GameStop on clearance because it was like ripped in the corner, and I don't care because we opened that stuff anyway. But I think it's actually missing a piece. But you know what? For $5, I am not gonna argue.
$5?
Yeah, it says
Amazing.
29, but I got it for $5.
That's legit. I don't like Snoke's name because I always want to say Smoke.
I don't like Snoke in general.
yeah,
like he's kind of a tool. Yeah, I think it's like missing a piece, but I don't really care. It's for $5, whatever.
Right. Whatever.
Let me go on at the bottom, maybe. I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know what his throne looks like.
Yeah, I don't either.
He's so gross. Like, he just looks like a gross, weird man. Where are these?
He's just in a bathrobe.
Right. It just seems disgusting. Sir, put your clothes on. Please.
Yeah, like he just got out of the shower and he's just like, I'm just gonna hang out in the throne room because I'm the boss of all these stormtroopers.
Just gonna hang out.
And like,
that's all he does.
I don't know, man. Like he's not a Sith. Okay, we know that about him.
Yeah.
We don't really learn anything about him in either of those movies.
That's what I have a problem with. He's just there. And like,
and see, I don't know enough. Like, I know they wrote the movie.
Wait a minute. Oh.
But like, did they have some kind of plan in place for him, or were they just like, did they just tell? What's that guy's name that directed it? Rian Johnson.
I don't know.
Directed Last Jedi. I don't know.
They're just like, there's this guy.
Were they just like, yo, there's this guy that leads this stuff, and he's got to die sometime during this movie, or did he just make that whole part up, and like ruined everybody else's plans? I don't know.
The way he sits in the thing is so extra too. Like even this hand is like grasping.
Yeah, it's like he's getting ready to watch porn.
He's like, hey guys.
Yo.
Look, under his robe, he's got just like skinny, weird legs.
He kind of looks like Iron Fist under his robe. Like, like Iron Fist's costume?
Yeah.
Not from the show, but like from the comics.
No. That's hilarious.
Like, I want to take some of his robe.
Can you cut this?
Yeah, let me cut that. There's the knife.
Oh my gosh. It's got a knife, guys! So that this man can breathe. Let himself breathe. Alright, weirdo. He's so gross. I just don't like him at all. He's still just like sitting.
There were so many fan theories about who he actually was. Some people were actually saying he was Boba Fett that escaped from the pit, the Sarlacc pit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I don't believe any of those fan theories either.
If it was Boba Fett, then maybe he would actually have done something.
How did why are we not focused?
There it is.
Okay. How did Boba Fett get the Force? Like he was using the Force, right? I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he use the Force a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
Who is he?
I think so.
Who is Snoke? Do his sandals come off? That would
Oh
be awesome.
man, no, they don't. But you know what? They're really pretty. They look like on Aladdin almost. Like they're gold, beautiful shoes that are kind of pointed.
They're like witch shoes.
Yeah, and they've got like a lot of design to them. He
you know what? They're like
to Dubai on a vacation and was like, these look nice.
Yeah, they should have the curl on the front, like the Iron Sheik
yeah,
used to
like
wear
Aladdin
in like wrestling.
like the genie. He's even got Aladdin pants on, basically.
Yeah,
like
he's just in bedroom slippers and a robe, man. He's just.
Does he have like full clothes on under this? Yeah, he does.
It's a karate suit. He's wearing like a karate outfit, man.
What's he doing? And he's got this high neck or this robe. Like what is this?
He's like Mr. Roper from Three's Company.
Him. He's got a ring. He's got a black ring on. He's got long witch fingers.
Oh yeah, look at that ring. That's something we haven't seen on these before.
He's got this.
He's like, yo, kiss my ring.
Kiss the ring. He's got gross
so creepy
cracks and stuff in his head. And yet they just didn't feel like telling us who this man was. His neck is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got weird. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that neck.
It's just not functional. Like how how could it function for breathing?
Something really bad had to have happened to him. Like,
Yeah.
and all right,
He saw something.
let's break it down. There's nobody that we could think of, or that I can think of, that, you know, would have A, had the Force, and B, been able to take over the entire empire.
Right.
I mean, and even if he was from like one of the other movies or something, like, why just call himself Snoke? Why not just be like, yo, it's me, Grand Moff Tarkin, or
Right.
hey, I'm Boba Fett, remember me? Yeah, now we're in charge.
Remember when I was Boba Fett?
Remember, I was the most notorious bounty hunter in the
Back
galaxy?
in my day, this was all orange groves.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
He's like, get off my lawn. Let me watch my stories. Oh.
Now, I dig the throne. The throne is cool.
Yeah, get out of here. The throne looks pretty legit.
I'm going to put my Emperor Palpatine figure on that.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
think.
should. Even
Oh, wait.
the back.
Is that where that part goes? That it
Oh,
came
right
with?
there, baby.
But again, I think it came with two of those. So,
Pow.
where's
So
the
he
other
can
one
rest
go?
his little feeties.
aw,
Oh,
he
Grandpa.
got a little foot rest.
Take a load off. Oh my gosh. And it has all these little, it's got the little buttons and lights or whatever on the side. That's cool.
I think those are like like, who really needs all those buttons on a chair? Like, it's like he hits the button, the cup holder
It
pops
brings
up.
the Roomba.
He's
It
got
brings
like
the
a-
Roomba around the
I mean,
cleaner.
there's like hoses in the back, but it's got to have
Right.
refrigeration.
Right.
Like, what kind of fancy options?
He like presses this part and it pops up and it's his little bar or something.
Yeah. He's got like a mini bar, like a
Yeah.
remote mini bar, TV. I mean, what would you really have in the future? Well, it's not the future; it's the past. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So the past is actually more technologically advanced than us. Whatever.
Mind blown.
Mind blown.
But
Snoke.
Yeah. Snoke. He died.
Oh wait, you know what would be awesome if they made it so you could cut him apart, like cut him in half. He doesn't have like cut in half action, does he? Like,
Do you have cut in half action?
no, that would be cool. They should take, they should have took him and put like a magnet right there. I think they did that with a Darth Maul figure,
Oh, really?
and they should have done that.
That's pretty awesome.
But that would have been,
Does Luke ever have his arm come off?
I don't know. Yeah, there is a Luke where his arm comes off, or his hand, or whatever.
I accept.
I think that's a ring pop. He's just like, yo, I
He's
want
just
this.
sitting on the throne, licking his lollies.
Eating his ring pop. So weird looking.
Snoke, you're a strange man.
Well,
Well, that's it.
that's it.
That's all.
That is all the Black Series figures we have for this week.
Why they gotta be black?
I don't know. I
I don't
mean,
know.
that's...
Let's ask them.
Yeah,
So-
Hasbro, why's it got to be Black Series? I'm not touching that one. Join us next week where
Oh,
Tabby
shit.
says something like,
Please keep your robe closed. I'm not gonna say that next week.
no,
That's,
no, that's this week.
That's right now.
What do you got to plug?
Charlie Rocket. Oh, and everything. You can find me at Charlie Rocket Cosplay on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the social media platforms. Yeah, that's about it.
Yes. And follow us at www.the-variant.com, on Facebook /variant covers, and at _variant_ on Twitter and Instagram. And click subscribe. Like,
Yeah, do it.
I had I posted our videos in like some group,
Mhm.
like an action figure group, because somebody was talking about like how good they were, and I was like, well, here's our not how good they were or we were, how good somebody else's
great we
videos were.
are.
And I was like, here, check out our videos. They're terrible. And the guy agreed. He was like, these are terrible. Don't watch them. And I was like,
Great. Please subscribe.
please subscribe anyway, because you can see us with self-deprecation and action figures.
That's all anyone wants.
And now this new focus thing that this new phone is
what?
doing. So we'll see you next week, guys.